Hello, viewers. Welcome to Brain Blitz Audios. Let's learn some tips and tricks in Microsoft Excel for easing your workload. Today, we'll be looking at some important functions to analyze mark sheets. This is your scenario. You're a class teacher and prepared a mark sheet for 30 students for the following subjects: math, science, and English. Now you need to analyze the mark sheet as follows. Find students who scored less than 50 in each subject. Find students who scored more than 50 in each subject. Find the highest and the lowest marks scored in each subject. Let's begin, shall we? Now, this is the sheet that we're going to be working with. And as you can see, it already contains a table of marks allotted against each subject and the name of the student and the roll number and the serial number attached to it. Okay, so our first thing is we need to fill out these columns for the following things: less than 50 math, more than 50 math, and then to make your work easier, just copy it for the others. Okay, so you just need to change the subject out here. Okay, so instead of math, this goes for science, science, English, English. Okay, so there are your columns. This will be for less than 50 math, students who scored more than 50 in math, less than 50 in science, more than 50 in science, less than 50 in English, more than 50 in English. Now, in order to make all of these cells in the same format, just click on the format that you desire, click Format Painter, and then click it on the desired cell where you need to put that format, like this. So click on the cell, Format Painter, click on that cell. So it makes your work easier. Okay. Okay, so there you have it. Now let's go to the business end. You need to find the students who scored less than 50 in math. How do you find that? The first function that you're going to learn here is equal to if, open a bracket, select the cell which contains 10 marks for math. In this case, the cell containing 68. Put a less than sign, type 50, put a comma, type 1, put a comma, open a quotation, type NA, close the quotation, close the bracket, click enter. And there you see, you've got your result. And when you copy it for every cell in this column, you'll find that only one student has scored less than 50 in math. Okay, so using this function, you can also find for students who scored more than 50 in math. Now here what you need to do is equal to if, open the bracket, select the same cell for math, less than, type 50, comma, 1, comma, in quotation marks, type NA, close the bracket. Oh, it's not for less than 50, it's for more than 50 since you're finding it for more than 50 in math. So don't forget the symbol. If it's for more than 50, put the greater than symbol. If it's for less than 50, put this symbol. Okay? And then for copying it, double click the bottom right hand corner twice, and it gets copied for everything. Okay? So that's for math. Let's fast track it to science and English. So equal to if, click the cell for science, less than 50, equal to 1, in double quotations type NA, close it. And then copy it. And you see the number of students who got less than 50 in science would be marked as 1, and the others would be marked not applicable, meaning they got more than 50. So for more than 50, equal to if, click the cell. Again, the symbol is greater than. And then 50, 1, in double quotation marks NA, close the quotation, close the bracket, enter. Click that cell, copy, and there you have it for science. Let's do the same for English. If cell less than 50, 1, NA in double quotation marks, close the bracket, and enter. And again, for more than 50 in English. So if, open a bracket, select the cell, greater than 50, 1, in quotation marks, NA, close the bracket, enter. And then copy it for the rest of the column. So as you can see, we got all of this result in the exact same way. So students who got less than 15 math are marked, more than 15 math are marked, less than 15 science are marked, more than 15 science are marked. And the same goes for English. Now, when you're analyzing these results, you often find that you don't know which column is which. So in order to make your life easier, you go to View, go to Freeze Panes, and then click the option Freeze Top Row. So now when you scroll, the top row stays put. And so you know which value stands for which column. Okay? Now, let's find out the total number of people who got less than 50 or more than 50 in each of the subjects. So over here, let's type equal to count, and then select all the values here. As you can see, the cells are already selected here. Close the bracket, enter. So now since there's only one person who got less than 50 in math, that number is marked here. So 1. What happens if you want to find out the people who got less than 50 in science? Again, the same procedure. Equal to it's equal to count. So this is for counting those people who have got less than 50. So you use the function count. And then select. So you only select the values. Close the bracket, enter. So since there are 1, 2, 3, 4 ones here, you find that the total people who got less than 50 in science is 4. Let's try that for English. So equal to count, select the values only, close the bracket, and there you go. 5 got less than 50 in English. And now, for the sake of just finding out stuff, let's put the same function for more than 50. So you see, so 29 got more than 51 got less, which is natural. Do the same here. 25 got it, 1 didn't. And you put the same here. 25 got it, 5 didn't. Now just to check our values, equal to count, Again, it's still the same. Okay, so now we've found out the total number of people who scored less than 50 in each of the subjects and more than 50 in each of the subjects. Now to the next part of our video. To find the highest and the lowest marks scored in each subject. So you take column C and then type highest, and right below it you type lowest. Now the reason why I chose this column is that it is quite next to math, science, and English. And it's pretty important. You need to keep it that way so that you can get your function right. Now, in the cell in column D is for math. So you need to find out the highest marks scored in math. So which function do you use? Again, the function is equal to max, M-A-X, open your bracket, select the values for only math, and then close your bracket. There you go. So 87 is the highest mark scored in math. And if you check it out here, if you have time, you'll find that 87 is the highest marks in math. And in order to make your life easier, just copy paste your function. And you'll get the highest marks in math. Now, to get the lowest marks in math, what do? We use the function equal to min, minimum, open your bracket. Again, select from the top to the bottom for math, the values for math, close your bracket, and there you go. The least mark is 42. And if you check it out, there it is, 42. And again, to make your life easier, just copy the function over and it will just readjust itself for science and English. So there, you have the highest marks for math, science, and English, and also the lowest marks for math, science, and English. Now, in this column, you need to find out the person who got less than 50 in math. You know the number, and you can trace back to the person. But to make it easier, there's another technique in Excel. So what do? You select the first row, and then you go to sort and filter in the home bar, and then click filter, and you find these things appear. Okay, so in column G, which is less than 50 for math, click that drop down arrow and then deselect this, select only one, and click OK. So that shows here, and it also shows everything about that person. So here, Matthew is the only person who scored less than 50 in math. He got 42 in math, 59 in science, 45 in English, etc. And then to go back to the original table, just go back in this drop-down menu and then click select all and then click OK, and it goes back to the same table. You can try this for less than 50 in science. Again, deselect, select all, click only one, click OK, and see. Got 4 people who got less than 50 in science, and they are Bipin, Anish, Aman, and Salman. So Anish, Aman, Salman were absent for math. They got less than 50 in science, and here are the other details as well. Okay, so this filter option helps you to find out everything about a student who got less than 50 in a subject. So it gives you a comparative analysis of that student. And then if you want to do it for English as well, go to less than 50 English, click that drop down arrow, deselect, select all, click one, click OK, and see David, Matthew, Sunil, Sushil, Mahesh. They scored less than 50 in English, and here it is. And here are the other marks as well. And to go back to your original table, just click select all, click OK, and you have your original table. And so these are the tips and tricks that you need to know while doing mark sheet analysis on Excel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Brain Blitz Audios, for for more useful and interesting content. Kindly comment on what other tutorials you want to see. We'll be delighted to make videos based on your suggestions. Until next time, goodbye.